everyone. Welcome back to our amazing show. With me, as always, the great Senor Luigi. Hello, Luigi. How are you?
Hello. Konnichiwa, George.
Konnichiwa, Luigi. For another glorious event, we meet again, Luigi, to discuss the news.
In the arena of ideas.
In the battleground of ideas. Me and you.
In the digital town hall.
And let's be honest, it's still been Israel-Palestine dominating the news, right?
Yeah.
Even to the extent that it has eclipsed Ukraine, right?
Well, for sure, by a mile. I mean, nobody cares. Look, the Ukraine conflict has been frozen for a while, and it's slowly been moving out of the news. And yeah, Gaza is where the focus is right now.
Even Chuck Zelensky is getting snapped these days. It's like not even the Ukrainian situation can infiltrate the news headlines. It's just, yes, exactly as you showcased, Luigi, brilliantly. But thankfully, after 3 weeks, I think, of discussing Israel endlessly and Gaza, thankfully, and then people are still discussing. It's good that they're discussing it. It'd be better if they do something about this. And I mean, for everybody who thinks that this is the end-all situation, they will never break bread, Luigi, ever. They are destined to fight forever throrough the millennia. I mean,
on multiple timelines.
Yes, the Palestinians and the Jews in Israel. I don't think so, Luigi. And I mean, there's been, even with Northern Ireland and other examples throughout the history that you can break bread if the proper outlets for peace are actually, the roads that we travel on instead of, bombing each other to death.
Well, I'm not really sure everybody's thinking about this rationally at this point.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You have actors with different motivations. You have
Nobody's,
to understand.
But Jack would say, I was always for this two-state solution. Always.
Always. But what I want to draw some attention on is, look, like most countries can't really criticize what's going on because, as we already mentioned, they're playing politics. But the UN has been a rare sort of example where at least, war crimes or, humanitarian disasters are being called out. And I think that this quote right here sums it up. There can be no justification for acts of war in healthcare facilities, leaving them with no power, food, or water, and shooting at patients and civilians trying to flee. It's unconscionable, reprehensible. It must stop.
Yeah, of course.
The counter-argument to that, that Israel has been using for a while is, terrorists are hiding in underneath healthcare facilities.
Underneath the hospital bed. Literally. They're under the patient. You can't even get to them in the basement.
They suggest that they have a sort of a tunnel network.
They do have a tunnel, but we have Ben Shapiro, the genius of the philosopher king of the right. He was like, we can't. They hide under them, so we have to kill them, Luigi. I mean,
my question is how. So if I've got underground tunnels, how is bombing the overground helping to resolve the situation? Do you see where I'm going? It's like, okay, if they're underground, then why are you dropping bombs over the ground?
You heard what Alfred said in Batman. What was it? The second one. The good one. The Dark Knight. Yeah. We burned the village down. We burned the whole fucking forest. I think that's the genocidal approach being taken here.
Yeah,
I don't think it's irrational. It's not rational. I mean, even Blinken, even Anthony Blitzkrieg is coming out. That's the U.S. What is he? What is Anthony, Luigi? Sorry,
he's the Secretary of State.
Yeah, he's the foreign minister.
It's the role of foreign minister in the US.
The role of foreign minister. Even he has come out, I think, yesterday, and he was like, too many Palestinian lives have been killed. I don't know if he's gonna do anything about it.
You know, you know what annoys
But he
me.
has observed it, Luigi. It's been observed. Too many have been killed. Sorry,
What I
go on.
find, no, what I find. So I completely understand why Anthony Blinken is going to, to toe the line and not really criticize anyone. But the one,
Hypocritical fuckers, sorry, Luigi, but I mean, they have the power to stop vetoing resolutions at the Security Council if they want to stop Israel from doing something. Anyway, sorry,
they won't do that
they
because
won't do that.
for various political reasons.
Yes.
But here's the point, though. The one you would have expected
Oh my
to be
God.
the crusader of calling for a ceasefire.
He who casts the first stone, Luigi. You will cast the first stone.
So send Bernard Sanders, which we often praise on this show. On this issue, I think is appearing a little weak.
He's weak.
Because
he works for hummus.
he's going with a humanitarian pause. If anyone was going to call for a ceasefire, for a proper ending of hostilities, it should have been Bernie Sanders. The fact that the person on the most left end of the
he's still
Luigi.
He's still looking for a vision. Fuck it, until he gets a vision.
We need a vision. We need a vision from God.
We need a vision. Where do we go now? Where do we go?
Pretty weak, Bernie. I mean, at least he's calling for the humanitarian angle.
Fuck me! Imagine if he was like, yeah, let's kill every last Palestinian.
But it's especially annoying because Bernie is Jewish.
Enough, Luigi. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
The Palestinians must be eradicated. Enough is enough.
And so on and so on. No, but seriously,
why, Luigi? Why? I have to ask this. Why is one Israeli citizen dying for every 100 Palestinians? I believe, and I truly believe that a lot more Palestinians should be dying for every Palestinian. For everyone around.
The exchange rate has gone down, George.
Yes. With this attack, too many Israelis have died. And
look, at least he's talking about all the correct things. These people lack sufficient food, water, medical supplies, and so on. Medical facilities in nightmarish conditions. At least the humanitarian crisis. It's still burning. Like he's saying is as it is. But for the life of me, I can understand why going with the humanitarian pause framing is the correct one in his eyes. I'm curious whether the word ceasefire is mentioned at all in this. No, it's not. It's not. So we have eliminated about the ceasefire.
It's been cancelled. Ceasefire.
We're cancelling the ceasefire.
Cancel. Do something about this, Elon. Stop the cancelling.
And one thing is clear. By the way, this is an article written by Bernie. And one thing is clear: there cannot be a return to the status quo that existed in Gaza before the war. Let us never forget.
It's still bad. I am sure there's a lot of things in here.
Let us never forget that the living conditions there were horrific and inhumane. Before this present war began, nearly 80% of people in Gaza live in poverty, and 2/3 were reliant on humanitarian assistance.
Bring me the stats for the people in Gaza. I want to tell my people about the poverty that they experience. Which is inhumane.
I mean, it is from every angle. 70% young unemployment. Electricity blackouts.
Inhumane. I mean, no joke.
No running water access. No drinking.
That's why. By the way, that's why we call it an apartheid state in a way. I mean, the way these people are being treated is
defense. The defense to that, of course, is we are not.
They want to kill us. They want to kill us.
We are not the government. We're not the government there. It's the government.
They have chosen terrorists to represent them, and thus they will be painted as terrorists.
Yeah, they identify like that.
Yeah. That's a very modern take, Luigi.
It's look, I don't want to be discussing this.
But as we said, Luigi, I don't want to discuss as well. So let's finish with this. As we said, 40% of the population over there is under 14 years old. Are they terrorists? Are the under 14 terrorists? I mean, let's be realistic about this.
Like half
Let's
of the
just
people
stop.
that voted in the last election that got Hamas elected weren't alive back then. Like half of the people today in Gaza. So it really begs the question of how you can defend they chose the wrong government position, or how anyone can be spewing that out.
I've heard everything these days about this, because people are discussing shit that they scarcely dedicate their resources to even understand, and it's just like, but they're not pro-LGBT. Yeah, dude. I mean, a lot of them are conservative Muslims. Does that mean that they should be treated in the most inhumane of ways to
By
an
the way,
apartheid state of existence? Jesus Christ.
this was another big quote from the UN as well. So the UN chief said that Gaza has turned into a graveyard for children, and that's not something you hear every day. It really helps.
Are those anti-LGBT children? For fuck's sake, people, get a grip. As if Israel, whatever. I mean, is better on LGBT laws than most, Muslim fucking dictatorships in the Gulf. But still, not the fucking bastion for LGBT rights, people. I mean, get a grip. It's disgusting listening to Americans discuss these things. But
Yeah,
how pro-LGBT are they?
The culture, the US culture wars, and the acid test for whether you are progressive enough, being your position on LGBT rights. Yeah, I think it's going a little bit too far. I think many people feel the same way, and you're seeing the counterculture to that, in the form of our favorite, our strongest of men,
He's
orange
so
man.
strong. He's so strong.
Look at him. Like he exudes strength.
By the way, he's been going to a lot of court cases.
He touches babies, and the babies turn into wrestlers, into bodybuilders. I mean, that's how strong this man is. Immediately,
yeah.
like he's transformed.
It's incredible.
He's so strong. So, do you want to do Trump, or should we do the Republican debate and sort of
let's do that, because they're all fucking schmucks compared to the great one, and they will all yield before his infinite power of I don't know. I cannot even characterize. Yes. That is his power. His one. I mean, even the Chinese said it too.
He's so strong. He's just so strong. He's so strong. He doesn't even need to go to these debates. He's that strong.
I mean, have you seen the polls? Jesus Christ! I mean,
it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck. And by the way, I mean Biden.
Oh, you mean with Biden? I mean with the rest of the idiots in the Republican primary.
Nobody cares.
He doesn't even.
Nobody cares. This guy is like 10%.
But yeah, with Biden, it's very scary.
With Biden, it's neck and neck, and a very interesting development is that
he's losing swing states.
Robert F. Kennedy has appeared on the radar as an independent that's polling in some states around
I've
20%.
got the research. There are some Chinese chimeras in the Ukrainian biolabs, and the people want to hear about it, Luigi. They've got under their earlobes, the glioblastomas. It's from the headphones, Luigi, and from the dildos they keep shoving up their ear holes. It's terrible. I've done the research.
Honestly, if he didn't have that voice condition, I think he would stand a real chance.
Too many.
My God, trying to imagine the debate of three-way debate, Biden.
There's not going to be one. And Kennedy. If there is one, it's going to be the best debate that has ever existed.
Oh my Lord, that's gonna be a sight.
He's a cook. Behold. He's a cook. He's crazy. He says some right things.
He can't even speak properly, folks.
I mean,
maybe he took too many vaccines as a kid.
I never took them. I have done my research. He must be insane, dude. He's an insane person. I mean, he strikes me as, he's the Kennedy who was the fucking useless Kennedy, and now he's trying to be a useful Kennedy, an important Kennedy.
But I mean, hold on. Name recognition, right?
He has name recognition.
He's branding himself. He's trying to brand himself.
I agree with you, Luigi. He's going to be important in the outcome of events, it seems. He's going to take...
He might be a spoiler candidate for Biden. He's going to take away the vote. It's going
Dude,
to split the Democrat vote.
I really believe that he gets far more Republican votes than Democrat votes. He's a
Really?
Republican. He's a Republican wet fucking dream. He discusses everything that Joe
Vaccines.
Rogan fucking loves and the rest of the
True.
idiots. Dude, he shares
Alright, so
nothing with the Democrat voter. And
except for
I
the
will
name,
post it
for the
for
name
you.
Kennedy.
Yeah, except for the name. But I will post it, and I think that's why he went independent. And I will post it for you that the Democratic voter is the most likely voter to be vaccinated. It's idiotic for him to run in the Democratic Party.
So
His pet
you're saying
issues. I'm saying he's going to take Trump's voters. But
he's gonna take more Trump voters than
Republican voters.
He's gonna attract. Okay.
To be fair, I'm not even
I see the
saying that
argument.
because it's a very solid fucking voting base, the Trump base. So I'm not even certain he's gonna.
He might take some of the common sense Republicans.
Yeah.
Some of the not Trumpers kind of
Maybe,
Republicans.
Luigi, but would they align themselves with the anti-vax guy? I don't know, dude. It's very weird. I mean, his core fucking voters are also Trump core voters. That's what I want to say. And I think when push comes to shove, he will be extinguished like a tumor by Sloppy Steve and the rest of the Trump contingent because they want to back Trump. They don't want to back this dude. It's a very weird campaign he's run.
Kennedy hit in a recent poll Quinnipiac.
Whatever.
Kennedy hit 22% among registered voters in that one.
Why would they not break down if it was Democrats or Republicans and the breakdown? Because that's important.
I'm gonna find it. The entry. The poll also suggested that Kennedy is pulling more support from Trump than Biden.
I figured
that matches his super PAC's past polling.
I figured because all his pet issues are fucking Republican pet issues, dude.
Accurate in a real time, good sir. So Kennedy being the spoiler to Trump, can that play out and Jack writes victorious once again?
We did it, baby. I told you, baby. We used that fucking idiot.
This man is the leader of the independent movement in the US right now.
Yeah.
If you can call it that. I don't know, it's a movement. 22% as an independent. I mean, you have to go back decades to find something similar.
A vague association of the stupidest among us. Honestly, loose association.
He's like, issues aside, the way he speaks and sort of presents himself, it's a very common sense kind of bullshit kind of way, which I think sticks with a lot of people.
I'm gonna say
especially
he can barely talk slightly better than the rest. I mean, one of them just speaks in word salad and the other is half dead. So I mean, it's the competition is slim.
Competition is not that bright, yeah. As long as you are a fully functional human.
And you can, he is not even that, Luigi. Like, he can sort of string a sentence together about Chinese chimeras that they've been doing the experiments in the biolabs, Luigi. I've been there. I've seen the emails.
Why do you think I speak like this? I got bitten by a chimera.
It was an Ashkenazi chimera. It was powerful.
Sent by the medical corporations.
Yes, Pfizer. I saw it.
Well, why do you think, Joe, nobody else has seen a chimera since that? It's a coincidence.
I wasn't ready for Joe, fuck's sake. If I was, I'll be ready next time. We can do Joe. Whoa, dude, whoa.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna have more material as the year progresses. And by the way, as an aside, as a sort of parenthesis,
fire away.
The US is not the only country having elections next year. You've got the United Kingdom. You've got Russia. I mean, whatever.
We need a Labour government.
Yeah, Rishi Sunak is probably going to Rishi Sunak is 20 to 30 percentage points behind in the polls.
Behind the great, the one, the only.
Keir Starmer. Yeah.
Bring forth a Labour
The
government.
center, the center of the center.
Mr.
A
Very serious guy. He's very serious. He's really serious. I mean, shit.
Mr. Even my poop goes into the center of the toilet.
Nice.
Yeah, so but they replaced
Nice.
who they replaced who was perceived.
Dead center. Yeah.
But so Russia is another country having elections. And
Come on, we're not gonna discuss the
yeah,
Russian elections.
you
Come
can guess,
on.
you can guess the outcome.
I
But
win again, comrade.
Ukraine also has scheduled elections now. Zelensky is saying
I
stuff
doubt
like
it. I doubt there's gonna be
Zelensky is saying,
elections.
this is war, martial law and all of that. But the Americans are pressuring him a little bit, especially the Republicans, and they're
Have they
basically
lost
saying
their minds, Luigi?
it plays well. We embrace our democratic principles.
Yeah, dude, but no
conflict.
country under war, I think, does elections. I
Yeah,
mean, you can't do an election while fucking shells are being fired around you.
Let me go and vote very quickly. I'll
What the
be right
fuck?
back, folks.
What is this shit? What is this shit?
Hold my mortar round.
Who is responsible
I'll go
for
to
this?
vote.
And I mean, they're gonna vote for Zelensky, dude. I mean, let's be honest. During a war, I mean, if he hasn't catastrophically blundered something, they're gonna vote for him. So what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah,
There's not gonna be an election, people, until the war is over. It might take a while.
It's been a hot second so
It's
far.
been a hot second, dude.
We've discussed this in the past.
Finish your latte, dudes, and relax.
I think the end game is, again, as with all things, with this brilliant man.
Oof.
Trump comes back in next year, and
that's going to shake things up. That's going to shake things
Ukraine
up.
immediately. There's a peace treaty on the table the next day, and Trump receives the Nobel Prize.
Did you hear the stupid plan? It went sort of like this. He was going to call Zelensky. He was going to be like, I will start giving you weapons, and you're going to make a peace deal with boots. And then he was going to call Putin, and he was going to be like, boots, great boots. I'm going to stop giving him weapons if you make a deal with him. If you don't, I'm going to give him all the weapons.
I'm going to give him more weapons.
Dude, this sounds like fucking kindergarten bullshit. Luigi.
How much of Ukraine do you want,
I'm not going to lie. There's a chance we're all going to die.
I mean, things are getting more surreal by the day, but that's the only way Ukraine ends, right? It's been in a standstill for a while.
Dude, what kind of fucking deal is this fucking orange degenerate gonna fucking make?
It's not a deal, it's a surrender.
It's gonna be the biggest treaty, the greatest treaty you've ever seen.
Nobody has written a peace treaty like I've written them.
We basically they told me about the Oblansk, whatever. I asked them, do they have McDonald's there? And they weren't sure. I didn't give a shit. I was like, do it. Give it to Boots. I
said, if you sign this, I'll bring you Wendy's as well. Do you wanna cover the well? I mean, it was an interesting debate as far as Republican debates go.
The most pointless of fucking debates, by the way. I mean, it is, these people have no chance in hell of doing anything. I'm not gonna lie, this fucking guy really grinds my gears. This fucking guy.
And I think it's the point. And I mean, it's the attitude and the message. Yeah, I mean, the message is horrible. But the attitude is just rude. It's like that authoritarian.
He's so smarmy as well, isn't he? Smarmy. And then fucking so fucking smart, and at the same time so fucking inspirational. Everything is so inspirational, but he's telling you we're gonna kill people at the border, and it's supposed to be the great new fucking ideas. It is sickening. He's a sickening man. He should get help soon before it's too late.
He's restoring the democratic origins of the country, George.
He's not gonna get anywhere. Trump is not gonna fucking give him anything. Trump is disgusted by him. Trump thinks of him like any other worm that rises up in his rallies to fucking lick his testicles metaphorically. Yeah, we love you, sir. Yes, they love me. I'm a god to them.
Worship me, mortals.
Worship me because you are stupid and dumb and you need me to lead you to salvation. I am so strong. And now let's do the losers.
The losers debate. I'm Vivek, loser. Loser of
in chief. Yeah.
Loser in chief is a great one.
Yeah,
that's
he's
a
loser.
good one.
He would be one heck of a loser in chief.
Let him share his values with us.
Happened last night. We become a party of losers at the end of the day. Is an answer to the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ron McDaniel took over.
Dude, Luigi, he admits it. He's a loser. Let's go on.
We've become a party of losers. He even
yeah.
2017, we have lost 2018, 2020, 2022, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night in 2023. And I think that we have to have accountability in our party. For that matter, Ron, if you want to come on stage tonight, you want to look the GOP voters in the eye and tell them you resign, I will yield my time to you. And frankly, look, the people there cheering for losing in the Republican Party. Think about who's
it's true.
Be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party.
This loser thinks that by invoking the name of the three biggest losers, that's gonna be what a loser, dude.
The world's biggest billionaire, Rogan, and who else was it? Jordan Peterson.
Oh yeah, the good doctor.
Of course.
Yeah.
Elon, come host the debate, Elon. But
please ask the questions that should first you save Dex, now save our democracy, Elon. Please
stop the amputations, save the democracy.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a union ticket?
You think the Democrats would actually hire Greg Gutfeld to host a Democratic debate?
Never. He sucks.
And so I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years. Was that real or was that Hillary Clinton made up disinformation? Answer
gotcha.
The question. Go.
Wow. This is the smile of, yeah, we fucked up.
What
I remember that one too.
And what a whistle, by the way. Oh, wow. Incredible performance by the pastrami.
Because this media rigged the 2016 election. They rigged the 2020 election with 100 Biden.
What do you mean they rigged it? Dude, your guy won.
Hunter Biden. He's referring to selective coverage of news by media outlets, which of course it's true.
He's talking about a fucking election where his guy won.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, what kind of fucking argument are you even trying to make then?
Oh yeah, about 2016, yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah. He's a wizard, dude.
Your time is up. Accountability.
I think that at some point Nikki Haley calls him scum.
Yeah, she does. She does.
It does.
Because he slyly mentions Nikki's daughter.
Oh yeah. But as the scum that he is. I mean, not that Nikki Haley is the moral arbitrator of truth
of anything.
Interesting. Why are you?
Governor.
Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's let the candidates speak. Governor Christie, why you and not former president?
Governor McNuggets, why you and not the colonel?
Governor, why don't you eat all the McNuggets? Why don't you leave any for us? Fuck you, that's why.
Look at his face. Right now, Chris Christie is thinking about chicken wings.
And it's good. It's a good thought. He looks better than the last debate. He looks fresher.
Still a mafia boss.
A nicer, kinder mafia boss.
Yeah. A Tony Soprano on a good day.
Yeah. With a good pastrami.
Well, Lester, look, you said it at the beginning of the debate. We are dealing with extraordinarily important issues facing this country right now.
Wow, Chris.
We have our greatest ally in the Middle East under fire from a terrorist group that has
Oh, God, Chris.
wiping them and every Jewish person in this world off the map.
By the way, like, every Republican, this whole debate is about who can out-hawk each other
Yeah.
in terms of
I
being,
love that.
you know.
Yeah, pro-Israel.
Yeah.
Of
Pro-Israel,
course,
anti-Palestinian,
I just heard, by the way,
pro-genocide,
that
pro-genocide in some
Hamas wants to eliminate every Jewish person on this globe. This is the plan. This is the hummus plan.
We have Ukraine with Vladimir Putin, a communist KGB dictator.
Wow, what?
Wow, what? Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. I mean, Putin is KGB.
He's a commie. Enough.
And he's a dictator.
Once a commie, always a commie. Chris knows.
You know what we do with commies like you in New Jersey.
Put them in sardine.
We feed them vodka and then we make them sink.
Have you ever swum in the Jersey River? Not even the fishes do.
Oh my God.
He's starting in Ukraine and he's going to move to the Baltics and Poland after that. We have...
Wait. We have to rewind the clock a second because that was...
It's happened, Luigi. Europe is in ashes.
Wait. He's basically like Chris Christie is giving us the timeline of how NATO gets attacked and we go into World War III. Pay attention.
KGB dictator who wants to put the old band back together. He's starting in Ukraine and he's going to move to the Baltics and Poland after that. We have inflation in this country that is choking every American family that wants to try to rise up.
And I don't like to be choked unless it's in bed.
And give their children
with a bucket of chicken wings.
And tonight, we need to decide which president is going to be the one to tackle the big issues, who's going to make this country look once again, not just inward, but look outward at the world. And say America is the country, the indispensable nation that makes this a safer world. And in a safer world, American innovation, American hard work has always been the thing.
Should we skip to about 16 if you can?
16.
Yeah, that's great.
Made billions for themselves in places like Iraq and
unfortunately, Pastrami is the one who provides most of the entertainment in this debate.
Because Pastrami came
he dials it. He dials it up, Luigi. He dials it up to 110. Pastrami doesn't go below 100.
He's so strong. He's
gonna vacuum those balls.
The only person he hasn't, I've never seen attack so far, is Trump. He's licking those balls all day.
I'm so stable, so genius.
That's his responsibility. This is our responsibility. That's how we move forward. But I want to be careful to avoid making the mistakes from the neocon establishment of the past. Corrupt politicians in both parties spent trillions, killed millions, made billions for themselves in places like Iraq.
Wow, he rhymes. Did we say
Pasts a fucking
millions and billions and trillions.
Killing trillions. Vote for me. I'm here. I'm young, I'm fresh, and I'm a fucking psycho.
We're vibing.
We're vibing with pastrami.
Wars that sent thousands of our sons and daughters, people my age, to die in wars that
I'm so young. Even though I'm not really that young anymore, but whatever.
I'm the youngest. the
I'm the
youngest there have
youngest.
been. Look at me. I'm a breath of fresh air. I've invented at least 5 medicines through my various companies.
But they were too woke. I was gonna like, they're gonna solve cancer, but they got woke. They got woke.
They
And
got
I was like,
woke.
I quit.
had to
I quit.
we had to let them go. Well, decisions were made, and now
couldn't save cancer.
I'm saving my country.
Yeah. I couldn't do cancer. I'm gonna do fucking United States though.
A true patriot.
Yeah.
Interests, adding $7 trillion to our national debt. And Joe Biden sold off our foreign policy.
Wait. Look at DeSantis.
Yeah,
Look at that. Look. I mean, the 1,000-yard stare.
In his cyborg kills.
He's thinking, why am I sitting in the middle? And
I'm so great. I think I can smell my fart. And it smells like freedom.
Nikki, did you fart? No, it's me.
Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, got a $5 million bribe from Ukraine. That's why we're sending $200 billion back to that same country. The fact of the matter is the Republican Party is not that much better. You have the likes of Nikki Haley, who stepped down from her time at the UN. Bankrupt or in debt was her family. Then she becomes a military contractor. She joins the board of Boeing and otherwise.
Look at her smile.
And is now.
Look at the smirk smile. She's like,
it's something they do, Luigi.
I did get rich. It's like, I did enrich myself.
Whenever Luigi, it's something I noticed that whenever they get attacked in debates, politicians, they smirk.
Yeah, they smirk. So it's like, you hit me low.
Apart from Bernie. Oh, he smirks as well, but he smirks in an overly sarcastic way and moves the divine finger accordingly.
I've missed Bernie debates so much.
Oh yeah, it's grim. It's grim out there. It's grim.
Multi-millionaires. So I think that's wrong when Republicans do it or Democrats do it. That's the choice we face. Do you want a leader from a different generation to put this country first? Or do you want...
The only thing I remember
about... He got rich not through consulting.
Because his parents worked hard. But for some reason, his parents are not running, and we have to contend with this fucking deep shit.
The personification of reinvigorated democracy, George. Look at him.
Want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels.
All right, Mr.
Ramaswamy. We've got 2 of them on stage.
Ramaswamy, thank you.
Wow.
That was a dig at DeSantis as well.
It was a double blow, yeah.
It was a double hit. Because
double hit, yeah.
We showed it last time, right? That DeSantis seems to be wearing...
It has been alleged. It has been alleged.
In the land of Florida, we wear our crocodile skin boots.
Well, by the way, he's in his hometown.
Yeah. It's in Miami. Maybe
fair enough. So the whole audience, I assume, is crocodiles.
Crocodiles and the
on meth. Crocodiles on meth, yeah.
Or as Chris Christie would say, some yummy chicken nuggets.
Or as Chris would say, by the way, we go very low. We only fat shame him, we have to be honest. But as Chris would say,
I mean, his policies are not even worth discussing.
A light fucking snack. I stood there on the debate and I was salivating because I could see the alligators.
We were discussing last time how he said that, I'm gonna deport immigrants and stuff like that. I mean, his policies are not really that great, but I'm gonna give it to the guy. Chris Christie has a certain way of speaking that is sort of empathetic. He sort of gives you that, we're really friends and I'm looking out for your best interest kind of vibe.
If I had to go for any of them, it would be Chris, Nikki, or the guy, Tim Scott. I know Tim Scott is there. He's there. It's not Ben Carson, it's Tim Scott.
Wow. Wow. I see what you did there. Okay. He got replaced.
You're the president, you're on the phone in the Oval Office with the Prime Minister, you tell him what?
Wait, does anybody know where Ben Carson fucking is these days? It's a good question.
Legends say he's still at HUD. What does it tell you?
He's still snoozing.
No, let's find.
You can go to,
the idea that our
20, 21,
25. I think it's fine.
5.
In 2017, because even then there was a rise of anti-Semitism on.
And to say, if you,
What do you think about what he just said?
I was the first presidential candidate to say, if you are here on a student visa as a foreign national, you're making common cause with Hamas, I'm canceling your visa and I'm sending you home. No questions asked.
Wow. By the way, what is this shit? What is this?
Wow.
What if you make common cause with Hamas? Are you fucking serious, bruv? Is this your fucking platform?
We deport them. Dude,
We
I mean, the
deport
guy
Hamas
lives to
sympathizers.
deport people. Like,
Yeah,
look at him.
that's
He
his
wakes
shtick,
up in the
right?
morning. He wakes up in the morning, smells his fart, and then he's like, all right, who are we gonna deport today?
Wow.
I have friends here in Florida who their kids do not feel safe even going to university campus at all outside of the state of Florida. You have Jewish students fleeing for their lives at Cooper Union.
Dude, what the fuck is he saying? Fleeing for their lives.
Joe Biden should have the Department of Justice on these college campuses and holding the universities accountable for civil rights.
Yes, arrest the students, deport them all.
He's confusing Palestinians for Jewish students in Florida. Fleeing for their lives.
Rights violations. When you should not have money going to these places. I already acted in Florida. We had a group, Students for Justice of Palestine. They said they are common cause with Hamas. They said, we're not just in solidarity. This is what we are. We deactivated them. We're not going to use
Delete.
We
deactivated.
deactivated.
By the way, because
The fuck does that
dude,
even
we
mean?
asked them, they were like, dude, are you doing it, for Palestinian lives, or are you like pro-Hamas? And like, don't do, we're pro-Hamas. And like, deactivated. We're gonna deactivate
them. What does deactivate
My
mean
God,
in Ron DeSantis language?
Delete.
Erase their social profiles.
Erase
Zook.
them,
What the
eliminate
fuck?
them. Like they made common cause with hummus. We asked, and they were like, "We did." Like,
We're
delete.
not in solidarity.
This is ridiculous, right? I mean, the level of fucking biodegradable bullshit that is coming out of their fucking filthy mouths, Luigi. It's just, it is. Dude, and I mean, I've heard Democrats debate shit, and it's bullshit all around, but I mean, this is fucking bullshit central, dude. This is unreal. It's radioactive, the level of bull. It's all bullshit, by the way. Oh, everything he said is bullshit.
Where's that tag? There we go.
With China and Russia, the largest set of sanctions against North Korea in a generation. That is literally the reason North Korea stopped testing ballistic missiles. So I said China did good on their part. That was a negotiation. You could never do.
You said, Nikki. Those are your
How
words.
dare you, Nikki?
You would never be able to get that negotiation.
We never praise China, Nikki.
Against China.
We never, Nikki. We don't praise China, Nikki. Bad Nikki. Apart from fucking Trump, by the way, Trump is the only one who's allowed to praise them. Have you noticed in the Republican?
Trump is allowed to praise whoever he wants. Like
Trump is like, but she's so smart. He said I was so smart. They was like, no, Nikki, you don't praise the Chinese, Nikki. Bad Nikki.
Trump is allowed to do whatever he wants at this point. Like Trump sets the rules, he doesn't obey.
We do not obey, unbowed, unbroken. Is he gonna be though unbowed for much longer?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Too many court cases, Luigi.
He has a few court cases coming up, and I fully expect him to run from a jail cell if it comes to that.
If it comes to that, it's
100%. And the first thing he does is pardon himself. I mean,
some of them are state charges, which he can pardon himself. Yeah. Some of them are not, but who the fuck knows what happens when a fucking president, someone is elected president and he has state charges? I don't know, dude.
Every day I fought China, and I did it by making sure no one could get any agency heads in UN. I did it by making sure that we called them out on human rights. I did it by making sure that we held them accountable on everything that they did. That's the reason we got out of Human Rights Council. That's the reason we called them out. And there's
Thank
nothing
you.
to say I haven't
If you
done.
Senator Scott, it is your turn. Mr. Ramaswamy.
made afterwards.
With everybody else is hanging on to the rules here, Mr. Ramaswamy. Senator Scott.
Thank you. We should. I appreciate y'all clapping for me already. This is wonderful. Not any question. What we should
Son holding their babies to get the one meal they might get that day, going from Venezuela to Colombia. They were fleeing socialism and begging for freedom. We need to make it.
For some reason, the only one who really doesn't feel like a scumbag is Tim Scott. But everything he says is scumbaggery.
That we do everything.
Should we end this shit? Should we end this pointless fucking shit?
This is a pointless debate. And why is it a pointless debate? Because of this man.
The one, the only.
The one who knocks, not necessarily at night.
Have you got my fried chicken?
Yeah,
I can smell it. Yeah.
The Republican debates make for pretty good entertainment if you are into that stuff, but they don't really matter, let's face it. And let's talk a little bit about this. Trump says he would use the FBI to go after political rivals if elected into 2024.
They've crossed the Ruby Chicken Road. And when you cross the Ruby Chicken Road, Luigi, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it as well.
You say they've weaponized the Justice Department. They weaponized the FBI. Would you do the same if you are reelected? No, actually,
Yeah.
that was
the interviewer, Luigi.
Yeah,
let's
that was
do
the
it
interview.
again.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
do it again. Let's do it proper.
I'm sorry. You say they've weaponized the Justice Department. They've weaponized the FBI. Would you do the same if you are reelected? They've already done it, but they want to follow through on this. Yeah, it could certainly happen in reverse.
Prophetic.
They've released the genie out of the box.
You've seen Aladdin. It's terrible. Terrible stuff.
How do you put the genie back into the box? You just can't do it. They call it weaponization.
Unbelievable.
To wrap up with more glorious Trump news, the New York Times reports that Trump is planning sweeping undocumented immigrant roundups and detention camps.
Inflicting more cruelty on the people he can most get away with inflicting it. It is what is expected of him.
The report was based on interviews with several advisors who oversaw
the great Stephen Miller.
Yeah.
The great Stephen Miller. And a scholar on immigration studies.
The Times said Trump's plans described Trump's plans as an assault on immigration on a scale unseen in modern American history. And
Jesus
I imagine
Christ.
Yeah.
Aiming to deport millions of people every year. By the way, he's gonna tank the economy,
including those who have settled in the United States for decades.
He's gonna tank the fucking economy, people. If you fucking remove millions of people out of the fucking economic equation,
who's gonna flip your burgers, you fat fuck?
How dare you? How dare you?
He's slightly.
I'm thick-boned. I'm thick-boned.
I remember those reports from when he was in office that the chefs in the White House used to sneak vegetables into his meat.
Like a dog. Like you would to a dog.
Do
we finish with something lighter, Luigi? Let's finish with your review of Attack on Titan. Because you watched the last episode / whatever the fuck it was. It was movie / episode / I don't know.
It's not really light in that sense. But look, Attack on Titan.
It's a very light anime. It's extremely light.
Attack on Titan is one of the darkest anime you're gonna see. But considering global events as well, the theme of genocide is present throughout the series. So maybe would be a pretty worthwhile watch for people these days. But
wait, what the fuck are you talking about, Luigi? I thought it was a documentary about Palestinians in Gaza.
That's pretty much what I meant. Yeah. It's an analogy, not a documentary. It's
I thought it was a
parable.
documentary. It's very realistic, the graphics.
It's a parable, but it's definitely a good story. Look, as far as the ending goes, it was a very difficult story to wrap up. So I'm slightly disappointed at the ending. I think they could have done better, but at least the story, is
I agree with you.
complete.
I agree. I think that up to the first to fourth season, those 4 seasons, excellent anime. Really good entertainment.
Yeah, worth a watch. Go watch it, everybody. It's amazing. And come
It's
back
about
to the Rocket.
Palestinians. It's very
about-
important.
It's a dissection in a sense.
It's
the
literally
viewing of-
Gaza. You can see the wall.
it's-
Israel. Israel.
there are several worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same story. It's the same story, but imagined.
Yeah.
They land
cool.
far away.
They've got Titans in it as well. It's nice.
Super cool.
Should we finish
Alright.
up on this, Luigi?
Yeah. Let's finish up on this. Thank you for another excellent episode, George. Everybody for making it until the end. Once again, see you next week.
Sayonara.